Hello, darlings. Welcome back to Z-Star Africa, your one-stop home of drama. In today's gripping update, Arshi stuns everyone with a shocking pregnancy claim just before JHANAK and Anirudh's big day. The family is thrown into chaos as secrets from the past collide with hidden truths from the present. But just when emotions are at their peak, JHANAK reveals something even more devastating. Anirudh is battling a serious illness. As accusations fly and hearts break, JHANAK makes a painful decision that leaves everyone speechless. Watch till the end. You won't believe how this emotional storm ends. Saturday, 21st June, 2025. Tensions rise over Anirudh's choices. The episode begins with Arshi confronting JHANAK, accusing her of creating drama and trying to stake a claim over Anirudh. JHANAK denies it, but Arshi dismisses her. As Arshi walks off, Lal insults JHANAK, prompting Anirudh to defend her. Shubh, Tanujai, and Bipasha suspect something deeper between Anirudh and JHANAK, questioning if JHANAK is manipulating him. Anirudh defends her and insists he's simply being responsible toward Arshi. Anirudh opens up during the drive. On the drive to Arshi's house, Anirudh admits he loves JHANAK, but feels obligated to Arshi. Arshi, hurt, tells him not to pretend. At her home, a heartbroken Arshi defends Anirudh to her mother, saying they can't force him to stay. Shrishti lashes out at Anirudh, and even Vinayak expresses his disappointment, warning Anirudh about the consequences of his actions. Painful truths come out. Arshi reveals that her relationship with Anirudh was never legally binding. They were never officially married. This shocks everyone, including Shrishti. Arshi says she now understands the truth and that Anirudh's betrayal was needed for her to move on. She tearfully tells him she'll live with the humiliation if it brings him peace, but warns that love alone doesn't guarantee happiness. Backlash at the boss house. Meanwhile, Tanujai, Bipasha, and Lal vent their frustrations and plot to throw JHANAK out before Anirudh returns. Back at Arshi's, emotions intensify as Anirudh finally admits he loves JHANAK and feels she was treated unjustly. Arshi says she'll attend his wedding if invited, but eventually tells him to leave. A new threat emerges. The next morning, Anirudh receives a call from Aditya, warning that JHANAK's life is in danger. Just like her father, she might be targeted by Kul's people. Aditya suggests Anirudh publicly marry JHANAK to protect her legally. Anirudh agrees but is afraid. Unbeknownst to him, JHANAK overhears the entire conversation, silently absorbing the weight of what's to come. Sunday, 22nd June, 2025. Anirudh confides in Aditya, revealing his deep desire to marry JHANAK quickly, not just out of love, but to protect her. He expresses how much she means to him, especially after everything she's endured for his sake. However, he still feels guilty for how things ended with Arshi. Unknown to him, JHANAK overhears the conversation and confronts him, reminding Anirudh that she never asked for his help. She only stayed because he said he needed her during his recovery. Meanwhile, Arshi begins to feel unwell and is shocked when Shrishti suggests she might be pregnant. Though Arshi denies the possibility, she grows emotional thinking back to her past with Anirudh. She insists that if she is pregnant, she will raise the child on her own, without blaming anyone. Shrishti warns her that life as a single mother won't be easy, but Arshi remains firm, stating that Anirudh will one day understand the pain of losing something he never even acknowledged. Back at the boss house, Anirudh announces his decision to marry JHANAK on the 21st. The family reacts with shock and outrage. Tanujai, Lal, Shubh, and even Bablu oppose him. When Dadi insults JHANAK, calling her shameless, JHANAK finally snaps and shouts back, leaving everyone stunned. She then quickly apologizes but stands by her love for Anirudh, declaring that nothing will ever separate them. Anirudh remains by her side, silently bearing the storm his decision has caused. Monday, 23rd June, 2025. Choto boldly defends JHANAK and supports her marriage to Anirudh, but the rest of the family is far from accepting. Tanuja refuses to recognize JHANAK as their daughter-in-law, while Dadi is devastated and breaks down in tears. Despite their opposition, Anirudh stands firm, declaring that the wedding will happen with or without their approval. He takes JHANAK away, determined to protect and marry her. Meanwhile, Arshi's pregnancy test turns out positive, and although she's shocked, she prepares to face it alone. The doctor advises her to focus on her health, while Shrishti feigns concern and offers support. Elsewhere, emotions run high as Mrinini questions whether Anirudh forced JHANAK into the marriage. JHANAK insists it was her own choice, done out of love and gratitude for how he stood by her. Choto reminds her that she saved Anirudh when even Arshi abandoned him, and Mrinini supports their union. At the same time, Appu sneaks out to meet JHANAK and shares a joyful moment with Lalo, who brings her chocolate and promises to take her shopping. Their sweet bond adds a lighter touch to the day's emotional weight. Later, JHANAK confides in Mrinini. Though hesitant at first, she finally breaks down and reveals the painful truth. Anirudh is battling a life-threatening illness, and she agreed to marry him to be by his side. Her fear of losing him is overwhelming. Mrinini, shocked, comforts her and encourages her to stay strong. As secrets unfold and emotions intensify, JHANAK must now face not only a divided household but the heartbreaking reality of Anirudh's condition. Tuesday, 24th June, 2025. The episode begins with JHANAK confiding in Mrinini that Anirudh is suffering from a life-threatening illness, cancer. She explains that he doesn't want his family to know and has chosen to spend his remaining days with her. Tearfully, JHANAK says she's fulfilling his last wish and feels cursed, as everyone she loves eventually leaves her. Mrinini is stunned but supportive, urging her to stay strong and assuring her she's doing the right thing by standing by Anirudh in his darkest hour. Meanwhile, tensions rise at home. Bablu questions Anirudh's decision, but Choto and Lalo defend him, reminding everyone that JHANAK has stood by Anirudh selflessly while Arshi walked away. Elsewhere, JHANAK reaffirms to Mrinini that this marriage means everything to her. It's not just love, but a fight for Anirudh's life. At the same time, Appu's innocent comments spark a surprising revelation about their family's ruined past, and she compares Anirudh's love for JHANAK to Lalo's care for her, lightening the mood with childlike warmth. As the Sangeet begins, JHANAK and Anirudh share a heartfelt moment, dancing together while Aditya cheers them on as a loyal friend. The celebration is in full swing, until Arshi unexpectedly arrives with her parents. With a forced smile, she congratulates the couple, but then drops a shocking bomb in front of everyone. She asks Anirudh whether he will accept his child. Her words leave the entire gathering frozen in silence, casting a dark shadow over the joyous occasion. Wednesday, 25th June, 2025. The episode opens with a bombshell as Arshi publicly asks Anirudh if he will accept her unborn child. Stunned, Anirudh demands an explanation, prompting Arshi to hand him medical proof. The tension escalates as Srishti and Vinayak pressure him to marry Arshi and deal with the consequences later. Srishti taunts JHANAK, asking if she still plans to be with Anirudh. JHANAK, trying to stay composed, reminds Anirudh of his earlier denial of intimacy with Arshi. Anirudh admits he was drunk and remembers nothing. The family is shaken, and arguments erupt, with several members insisting Anirudh should now marry Arshi. But JHANAK refuses to stand by silently. She stuns everyone by saying Arshi should now take care of Anirudh. Then, in a shocking twist, she reveals Anirudh is seriously ill, a fact he had hidden from everyone. The family is thrown into further chaos, trying to make sense of his condition. Arshi, still reeling from the revelation, demands the truth, but Anirudh avoids giving a direct answer. When pressured, he says he'll take responsibility for the child, but not for Arshi. Calm but firm, Arshi declares she doesn't need him. She'll raise the child alone. Meanwhile, JHANAK, heartbroken by the entire ordeal, says she will leave the house immediately but return the next day to fulfill her last duty. The episode ends on an emotional note. JHANAK asks Arshi not to leave Anirudh now that she knows the truth about his health. Bipasha tries to dismiss the situation as common marital drama, but JHANAK stands her ground. She requests to stay at Brindini's for the night and prepares to walk away. As she leaves, she states that her only mistake was trusting Anirudh. In his room, Anirudh, defeated and overwhelmed, tells Arshi he's a liar and betrayer, and asks her to return the next day. The house is left in silence, with emotions at a breaking point.